of fans watching at home. Okay, we are live on YouTube. We're live from the Performing Arts Center for tonight's 2020 Girls Tennis Awards ceremony. A little crazy kind of ceremony with everybody in masks and no food and everybody sitting a couple of seats apart from each other. So it's kind of indicative of how this year went, right? We were so fortunate to have an athletic year. We went from basically not even knowing if we were going to have a season to playing matches in like a week. So it's a tribute to our coaches for getting you girls ready, for the girls, for just following the protocols. I don't think for the fall season, knock on wood, I think we only missed like one event for the whole season out of all of our sports. So that tells me that we were doing the right things. So we really appreciate you guys doing that and trying to do what you can to make sure everybody's safe. And so I really appreciate that. I don't think anybody likes this version of the awards ceremony. I think we like the other version a lot better. I know Coach Cook has expressed his desire to go back to the other way a couple of times to me. So, but this is what we have for this year. So we're going to try to make the best of it. We're going to try to do what we usually do and make sure we honor the right people and give out some awards tonight. So I appreciate you coming. As I always do, I want to thank our Westlake Demon Athletic Boosters. They provide about half the awards that we give out in our award ceremonies. So they have obviously been great supporters of us, and in particular our girls tennis program here for this year and for next year. Really, we got a new tent, so keep you warm and dry and out of the sun and all those things. So we got that. We also, exciting, we will be getting a hitting wall at the courts. That'll be installed soon, we hope. We're going to try to get it up in the next month or so. We'll see how that goes with our maintenance people, but we do have that coming. So we are definitely excited about the future, and Boosters has been a big part of that. Tim Bin is our president, and we thank him. If you are interested in a varsity jacket, if you haven't got one of those, or you're getting a first letter and want some jacket to put it on, we do have those in the W shop. And Mrs. Prexta is our varsity jacket coordinator. If you can find her email address and her information on the Booster Athletic or the Boosters website, which you can link in right from the athletic website. You may have seen coming in for our senior banners were out there. So make sure if you're a senior, you grabbed your banner. And then also all seniors are eligible to receive a fall program for free. So if you are not a senior, do not take one of those. You still have to pay for yours, but there are some fall programs left. And then just going forward, if you are interested, this goes for our student athletes too, because you can get service hours. If you're interested in working a basketball game in the concession stand, we're always looking for volunteers, and that's service hours that you can get. And that's I would consider pretty easy service hours to serve up some hot dogs and pizza and things in the concession stand. Mrs. Lett is our coordinator for that as well, and her information again is on the website. And then the last thing I'd like to mention is if you haven't checked it out or you haven't seen it as you leave tonight or even tomorrow, our Westlake Demon Athletic Boosters every year has done this great initiative with our veterans. So if you see all the flags out front of the school by the sign there, they just do an outstanding job. I just got an email right before I came down here from Mrs. Wolf, who kind of coordinates that. But Channel 19 covered it tonight on the news, and I think one of the local newspapers as well. So if you haven't seen that, haven't checked it out, please do check that out. So without further ado, I think I'm going to bring up Coach Tamasy, and he's going to talk a little bit about our JV program tonight to lead us off. So Coach, all you. We can give him a round of applause too. There you go.
Thank you, Director Cipollone. So I would like to give a short recap of the JV and JVB program this season. First of all, we are very grateful that we have a season at all, because I remember the boys' seasons in March when we started practicing and we made the uniforms and everything was ready to go. After about 3 or 4 practices, the program had to shut down because of the COVID situation. So I really appreciate what we had this summer and to have a season at all. We had 2 teams, as I mentioned, JV and the JVB. We had 10 players in the JV team and 5 in the JVB teams. Let me start with the JV. A little bit history, not too much. Westlake team was the best in girls tennis last 3 or 4 years ago. And unfortunately, that had to come to an end because they graduated. So one of our main goals was here when I was recruited to develop a new team, a competitive team, which can play strong and competitive in the conference. That was one of our goals. And I think we are on the right track to do just like that. During the season, we practiced or played a match, basically every weekdays. The weather was great. We had to cut short one practice, and I remember that we had to reschedule one match only due to weather. So that was great in the cooperating. During the practices, we went through all the basic shots and some special techniques, improved our hand-eye coordination, footwork, court positioning, building up points to finish with a winner, communication in doubles, which is key, just to name a few things that we were working on. And also played some fun games to improve the team spirit. I think we developed a favorite game as well. We played every time after practice just to have fun. Matches were great. We played home and away, altogether 15 matches during the season. Our record is 12-3. So we lost only 3 matches, and all of the 3, I have to mention that it was a 2-3. So some of them could have gone either way. Really close matches and a very good record for the season. In the conference, we had a 6-1 record, and we finished the conference by winning the first place at the Southwest Conference, tied with Avon. Also have to point out that we beat Avon during the season as well. So, but we tied them, and it was a great finish of the season. So I would like to say thanks for our captain, Captain Sam Chang and Maidi Seyan, and thanks to our varsity team support, head coach Doug Cook, to support our teams as well. And just like last year, we had a JVB team this year as well with 5 players. We organized by volunteer coach, assistant coach Daniel Craven. Special thanks to him. He really sacrificed time and effort with his busy schedule to organize JVB team. They practiced on a weekly basis and played exhibition matches home and away. I would like to say special thanks to the parents. The girls were great. They are great. And it's actually the work of the parents. Obviously, I was able to see the parents' work at home behind this great attitude, and never had any problem whatsoever with the girls. So thanks to the Westlake High School athletic director, Tony Cipollone, for supporting our teams. And now I'm going to give you some certificates for the Athletic Participation Awards. I'm going to say the names one by one.
You want Doug to hand them out?
Sarah Castro, please. A round of applause. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. You can go right here if you want.
Samantha Chang, who's a captain, but she's not here right now. Stephanie Chang. Is she here?
No.
Nope. Hannah Hartman. Riley Higgins. Leah Hilde. Lauren Hodgkins. Eva Jellyfish. It was not here. Catherine Kretzinger. Katie. It's not here. Aya Lavabere. She's not here. Nusha Najan. Sarah Sayad. Maya Seyhan. Maya. Theodora Storia. Lisa Thomas. All right. Thanks again for a great season for everybody.
All right, before I bring up Coach Cook, a couple things that I failed to mention before is if we have something spelled wrong on your certificate or you didn't get something like a pin or something like that, just make sure you come to see us in the athletic office. It's been a trying fall for you. It's been a trying fall for myself and Mrs. McKenzie. Mrs. McKenzie just returned this week from actually having COVID. So that's been a really cool thing in the athletic office. So if you haven't, if you are missing something, I know we're missing a few plaques. They're somewhere between here and Medina. We're not sure where they are, but they were supposed to be here today. They did not arrive today. So, but we will get those to you. We will announce names and things like that. So I know Coach Cook is going to come up and he's going to give us a rundown of the varsity season. So Coach Cook.
Take it. You have germs.
I'm on my part. So we are very fortunate we had a season this year. Thanks to Tony and Kathy for putting it together. Varsity had a very successful year. We ended up third in the conference, tournament, which we had some very close matches in the tournament. We had the most exciting matches in the tournament by a long shot. We had an 18-16 match tiebreaker and a 14-12 match tiebreaker. And that's supposed to be the 10 points. Anyway, this year we had 2 freshmen make the team, and not only make the team, but we're in the starting lineup. So we'll get their awards first in a few minutes here. It's a pretty interesting season. We were very competitive in that we had 9 matches that were won or lost 3-2. We won 7 of the 9. Our overall record was 14-5. We were 7-2 in the conference. We won 2 matches in the Coaches Cup tournament, which the Coaches Cup tournament is for the teams that think they're good, but to win a couple of matches, you know you're pretty good. We lost to Magnificat, who I'm not sure if they won the tournament, but they're ranked in the top 4 of the state. So that was fun playing Magnificat. Next year, you know, we'll go to a new conference, which will be Bay River, some Parma schools, North Olmsted, and we should fare well there. We also have no seniors graduating this year, or no seniors on the team. So everybody will be back next year. So that's an awesome thing. So we had a great year. I think every stayed injury free. We had 3 girls that played all the matches, 19. That's pretty good in itself. AJ was a big help because we had 3 girls going to the trainer on a regular basis. And when we had sectionals, I think even the conference tournament, he showed up at sunrise to tape ankles and get us ready to go. That's also a pretty good dedication from the team. And we showed up at sunrise to get ready to warm up before we get on the bus to go to the conference tournament. Because with the new COVID thing, you weren't allowed to warm up at the site, which kind of gave us an advantage, I think, because I don't think anybody else did that. So that was great. So as far as we have certificate winners, which are the first year letter winners, all 11 girls on the varsity lettered this year. Everybody played in at least a few matches. So that's how I do that. Nedge DeAngelis, why don't you come up? Nedge came over from Hathaway Brown. Played number 1. So if you want to get those.
Sure.
Want to come up, Tony?
Yeah. I'll give that one back. Let's give that. Ned, give that one back first. I don't want to be able to give that one back. And then, hold on. Got more for you.
This is our first letter.
First letter, you get a letter and your numerals, which is the year you graduate. And we have Nadia Milovich, first year.
She gets a letter and numbers.
Nadia played in that match. She was 14-12 in the first game. I was at the conference tournament. Another freshman, Mackenzie Stokes. Mackenzie was in that match and went 18-16 in the third. So that's great achievement for the freshman. Those matches are.
Should be one pin there too, Coach. Yep.
Also, that's good. Your hand for Mackenzie. Another first year award winner is Brooke Evans. Brooke had played great in the tryouts and she made her spot on the team. She played a few matches, voting great. Second year awards. Sophomore Madison Channing.
Oh, yeah.
Madison played all the matches. Yep. Stella Davison. Michelle Hall. Ashley Rocky. And Isabella Hawkins. Third year award goes to Mia Tori. Also Jackie Wong.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hand it back over to Coach Tennessee for individual awards.
So individual awards this year. Most valued player, Samantha Chang.
We can give her a round of applause. I know she's not here.
Also, most improved player goes to Stephanie Chang. Sportsmanship award this year goes to Riley Higgins.
One of the ones we're missing, right? Yeah, that's one of the ones we're missing. So we'll get that to you.
And also later, it's going to get this coach's choice, Midas side, Sarah.
It's gotta come to it.
Come to later. Okay.
We can clap. We can clap.
Some more, other awards we have, Madison Shammy, second team All Southwestern Conference.
That should be a certificate, coach. Certificate.
Madison, while you're up there, you're also one of the 3 most improved players voted on by the other varsity players. You stay up. Southwestern Conference honorable mention, Nedge, DeAngelis, and Mackenzie Stoke.
Yeah, I think we're missing. He had the wrong name on one of them. So we gotta change that one. Or yeah, we have this one. You can give the Nedge, and
Mackenzie will have to.
nope, that's not yours. We'll have to get yours, Mackenzie. I'll get you yours.
Mackenzie, why don't you stay up here a second? Mackenzie also got one of the most improved player award, which you don't have that copy of. We'll get that too. The third most valuable player that we had on the team was Nadia Miller. Most valuable player award goes to Nedge DeAngelis.
We got your plaque, Nedge.
When you have a strong number 1 player, it makes the whole team better. Just go down through the lineup. So we got some good luck coming from Hathaway Brown. Coach's award goes to Madison Shannon. Our scholar athlete award goes to Isabella Hawkins.
In the medal, right there. In the medal and the pin. There you go. Those are all your awards?
Yep.
All right. Send it back over to me.
Guys, let's give a round of applause to our coaches, Coach Cook and Coach Pharmacy. I think, and this goes for all of our fall coaches, what they went through over the summer. We started meeting online and having Zoom calls and then those sorts of things. Basically, when we ended in March, it was first, especially for Coach Cook because and Coach Tamasee because they do a spring sport with boys tennis and then they do a fall sport. So are we going to have spring sport? Are we going to have fall sports? We're going to have spring sports. What are we going to do? Those kinds of things. So they were just all of our coaches to the head coach all the way down to assistants were just super positive. It was never this stinks, this is terrible. It was like, okay, how are we going to do this? How is this going to work? And how can we do this? And I remember specifically with tennis, Coach Cook saying, tennis is socially distanced. Like we can do this. This is perfect for us. So I just want to thank those guys and really all of our coaches for just having a positive attitude. Want to thank you guys. You guys went through something that hopefully, knock on wood, you'll never have to go through again. And you came through and you had great success. And that's a tribute, as I think Coach Timothy said, that's a tribute to your parents. That's a tribute to you with your inner work ethic, and we really appreciate that. As you can tell, and I know Coach Cook knows this, this isn't Coach Cook's forte. He just told me before games that I can play tennis in front of 600 people, but standing up here and doing this is not what I like to do. So, and you know what? I'd rather have coaches that have that attitude and this isn't their greatest thing, that can go on the court and teach you how to play tennis. And as he said, we're going into a new conference next year, and the expectation is to win that conference. The expectation is to win that conference and make sure that everybody understands we're coming into that conference and we're going to be the big people on the block, right? So I just want to thank those guys as well. Want to wish our seniors good luck in whatever they choose to do beyond this. Hopefully you enjoyed your experience here. If you feel the need to send me an email and let me know some things, that'd be fine. We always want to hear and make ourselves better. That's how we make ourselves better. So as I said before, if there's any mistakes on your certificates, we know we have a couple of plaques that didn't come in, so we will get those to you. But we will get those to you. We didn't do it on purpose. It's been a trying fall season here. Special thanks to Mrs. McKenzie coming off of COVID and busting out certificates and things this week for us. Our administration has been super supportive. Mr. Wilson obviously is here tonight, Mr. Lauver, and then our newest addition to our administration is Mrs. Morgan. So they've been super supportive. Dr. Goggin and our school board, they truly support what we do here in the athletic department. We thank our parents. Can't do any of this without our parents. So if you haven't thanked your parents today, thank your parents. Give them a hug when you get home. Give them a hug today if they're here. Thank you, parents, for coming and being live in person. We are disappointed that we couldn't have all the parents here, but that's just the way it is this year. But having them drive you up to practice and go to all your matches and watch you, it's the greatest thing to be a parent and watch your kid compete. I can tell you that. And then, again, the WDAB. So with that, we thank you for coming this evening. We hope you enjoyed it as much as you could. And we hope next year we are back out in the rotunda, having a nice meal from the Burntwood Tavern and celebrating a conference championship. So have a great evening.